As a designer and a maker, I'm constantly searching for more eloquent concepts for furniture. My objective is to achieve freer, lighter, stronger and more sculptural forms better suited to their practical and emotional functions. At the start of my career, in the early 1960s, I rather quickly gained recognition by the design world. This stemmed from products for design retailers widely covered by the professional press. Some items went into volume production and sold in their thousands. Over subsequent years, I won the Observer Kitchen Design competition, was made a member of the Chartered Society of Designers, and appointed by the Commonwealth Secretariat as design consultant to the Indian government. Designed and furnished the interiors of 2 new Oxford College buildings, became a founding member of the Crafts Council, and in 1975 won the commission for the Liberty Centenary Dining Room. The purchase of Parnham House in 1976 enabled me to achieve 3 objectives: to enlarge my design and furniture making studio, to establish Parnham College to train young entrepreneurs in design, making and business management, and to show thousands of visitors contemporary art and design in a Grade 1 historic house. The college quickly gained a reputation as the best of its kind. Many alumni have established successful practices in the UK, Europe, North America and Australia. In the early 1980s, Britain was importing 90% of its timber and timber products, whilst our forests were neglected as they became increasingly remote from the processes of design, construction and manufacturing. In 1982, the college purchased from the Forestry Commission a nearby 350-acre forest called Hook Park to address this issue. Over the next 18 years, I worked with a wonderful team of architects, structural engineers, chemists, material scientists and foresters. The low-value byproducts of forest management were used to construct a series of buildings, each the subject of a European collaborative research programme, in order to understand the properties and to develop new technologies for the more efficient utilisation. The resulting buildings have won major architectural, structural and ecological awards. The influence of those buildings can be seen in the Waterloo International Station, the Wealden Downland Museum, the Savile Building at Windsor and the Japanese Pavilion for Expo 2000. As a member of and a recent winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Furniture Makers Company, I've been able to instigate several programmes of strategic research now being developed with Imperial College and the Royal College of Art. This, I believe, is vital for the industry to develop stronger design leadership. Design benefits from practitioners who not only perform creatively, but have the ability to convey the thrill and the long-term contribution of design to human, economic and environmental well-being. I've sponsored design events at the V&A. For example, the symposium Furniture Futures at the start of London Design Festival was arranged to stimulate more imaginative and engaging furniture design. Speakers included people like Chris Leftery, Amanda Levitt, Thomas Hatherwick, Caroline Roux, Loie de Gaillard, Ben Evans and Gareth Williams. The design lectures for senior executives aim to inculcate greater awareness of the commercial power of design to capture new audiences. Speakers have included the late Zaha Hadid and Mark Newson. The Makepeace Award for Innovation, announced in 2015, is intended to encourage and reward cross-disciplinary thinking that bridges art and science. The judges are looking for those imaginative leaps that create new possibilities from the integration of material science, technology, and emerging aesthetics. Radical innovation stems from research and the cross-fertilisation between different spheres of knowledge. Parnham College was a radical concept that addressed the tendency in education to isolate design from production and business. These mutually complementary studies have enabled graduates to thrive in practice. At Hook Park, no building codes for such construction methods existed. The research and demonstration buildings enabled structural systems to be analysed in order to satisfy DEFRA that the purpose of the codes would be fulfilled, so by precedent, illustrating new and more ecological building methods. In my role as director of the Parnham Trust, it fell to me to raise the funds required to establish the college and then to build the new campus at Hook Park. The significance of the original design concepts greatly assisted in raising the money. Aesthetically, the modern movement sought to express the new machine age. In the 21st century, emerging technologies offer the scope for more functional forms that express the human dimension. Industrial presses in the 20th century have reduced timber to extruded parallel sections. Unlike clay in the hands of potters, silver wrought by a smith, the three-dimensional nature of wood has been subordinated. In the 21st century, digital technologies will enable us to develop new and more sculptural forms, more expressive of our time. As an artist and designer and maker, I seek to devise solutions that connect the organic renewable material to our physical and psychological needs. This is most apparent in the design of chairs, where the form and structure are vital to comfort and durability. Anthropometrics enable the comfort. Material science enables us to use each material's best properties in combination to achieve an unprecedented level of performance. As a student, I learned traditional methods of construction, which had changed little over 2 centuries. The rebel in me could not accept that these constraints were still relevant. Through my knowledge of timber, I was aware of its inherent weaknesses, and material science taught me that it offered an entirely fresh approach that would liberate me from conventional forms of construction, gradually yielding substantial benefits in design. This led to a growing international clientele, so that at least 50% of my work is exported. Graduates from the Royal College of Art have opted to work in my design studio before launching their own practices. And for me, design consultancy and lecture tours in India, Australia and Japan have enabled me to promote the importance of design more widely. Time as a student in the USA taught me the invaluable lesson that anything is possible. This positive attitude pervaded the teaching at Parnham in design, making and business management, a combination of abilities that generates self-reliance. The V&A exhibition, The Power of Making, cogently demonstrated how emerging technologies enable the fruitful integration of conceptual ideas and their manufacture. At Parnham, 22 resident students on the 2-year courses, 150 summer school students and audiences of 100 attended lectures and conferences. Their lives, and to a lesser extent those of the 18,000 visitors a year, were transformed by this experience. My work is featured continuously in the media and exhibitions. Examples of my furniture have been acquired by numerous museums and corporations in Britain, Europe and the United States. The Arts Council exhibition, with its film and educational programme, reached a national audience. We've recently made a 50-minute educational film about the stages of design and making the graduation chairs for Plymouth University. At Hook Park, the buildings demonstrate a new level of environmental practice. With the amalgamation of Parnham College with the Architectural Association, the buildings serve as a constant stimulus for tutors and students from around the world. Among the plans for the future is the sponsorship and endowment of a national educational initiative for young designers. I'm very grateful to have been nominated for this prize, which is a great honour, and I'd like to thank the judges for their consideration.